Padres momentarily, but in the meantime, we continue to reward, and discuss the biggest story in sports this week, which is a Cleveland parade after 52 years of downtime. My dear friend Art Modell was involved in the last one. He will not be involved in this one. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and the Josh Martin here from Bleacher Report. He is the lead reporter for all things NBA there and following all things Cavaliers. And as the Warriors circle the drain, Josh, I got to tell you, you must be shocked that it went in this direction to some degree, right?
It's hard to say exactly. It's still been such a whirlwind watching how this series went down. But I think once the moment came that the NBA announced that Draymond Green was going to be suspended for Game 5, that left the door ajar, at least left more of an opportunity for the Cavs to stay alive, to take it game by game. Like they staged, you really can only do that one game at a time.
Well, and really minute to minute, not just game to game, but when you get into the game sets in the last 4 minutes or even the last minute, offense, and as much as we've talked about the shooting of Golden State, how many points they scored, how many wins they had, it really was defense on the side of LeBron that made the difference.
Oh, man, LeBron was a monster defensively throughout this series. Him switching on to Draymond Green earlier in this series really changed the tenor because that basically suffocated the Draymond step lifeblood for the last couple of years here now. And then you see, of course, LeBron, what he does as a help defender, blocking all sorts of shots, grabbing steals, turning those into points. That's really what LeBron was so good at towards the end of this series. He was so opportunistic, turning those defensive opportunities into points for the crucial points for the Cavaliers on the other end.
Kyrie Irving, obviously a huge part of this, and, at different points, a forgotten guy, another number one overall. What a storybook this whole thing has been with LeBron leaving and being, by me and by everyone else criticized for the decision. That's all part of this, in the end, how they won. If you're going to write a book on this, he has to leave in order for them to win, right?
To some extent. I mean, it's funny, when you look back at it, and I was thinking about this yesterday with, Tristan Thompson, for instance. So he's drafted also in 2011, same year as Kyrie, and he goes fourth. And when you look at some of the guys that were drafted below Tristan Thompson, we're talking about Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard. There's some really great players who the Cavs passed on ultimately. But at the end of the day, even if you think they didn't make whatever the best decision, the optimal decision at the time, everything played into them getting to this point, whether that's LeBron leaving and then them having all those lottery picks. Kyrie has his issues. Tristan Thompson has his issues coming up. A lot of these guys, these were rocky roads for these guys in the NBA, and they get to this spot pretty early in their careers. And I think that really sets the Cavs up well for what you figure will be an extended run here.
Well, you talk about rocky roads, and I would say that right now the Warriors have the rocky road, right? After 73 wins, after the near miss with Oklahoma City, no one's going to talk about them, but there's plenty to be said here.